Hi there, it's Monica, Avon Gold Ambassador, coming at you today with a video about newbie selling tips. So I was a newbie at Avon 5 years ago, but I wasn't a newbie into the direct selling world. I had been with a candle company for 4 years prior. And as much as I loved it, I got to the point where I couldn't justify the price point of the products. And I also got to the point where I didn't want to do parties anymore because I felt like it was a tedious act to get more customers, to get discounts for hostesses, and so on. So I left that company in 2012 and started with Avon in September of 2013. Obviously, when you're a new rep, the first thing I suggest is to send out 10 text messages or emails or Facebook messages, just letting your friends know personally that you have decided to start the Avon adventure. I feel like if you just put a broad post out on Facebook, obviously your friends and family will see it, but getting those personal connections right away is a great thing. To introduce them to Avon, give them the welcome 10% off discount code to your website where they will be honored the 10% off for one-time use only. But this will help your customer base get started. I also suggest writing down a list of 50 close friends and family members that you can think of to maybe contact throughout the way. Now, I will honestly say I still have some of the same customers that I started with in the beginning, but just like any business, a lot of them like to support you in the beginning and feel like just because they're not reacting right now doesn't mean they won't come back in the future, but just remember they got you started. So make sure you acknowledge them at some point. You know, it's because of you that I got my Avon business started. Another thing is to go around to your local areas just as you are doing now. I feel like sometimes people say they're too busy and they don't have the time, and so they feel like this is something that's not going to work for them and they're not able to commit to it after a couple months. Think about the things that you do in your life. Do you eat fast food? I'm sure you've been through a fast food establishment at least once in the last couple weeks. Give your brochure to that checkout person. Have you been to a restaurant? I'm sure that you have. Give your brochure to the waitress. Do you take your kids to the doctor? Because I know I do quite frequently this year, and I bring my brochures to the clinic. I bring my kids to school, and if you have kids that are in multiple different grades, you could bring them to high school, grade school, and middle schools. I'm trying to think of where else. I go to the DMV to get my tabs done. I bring my brochures there. Those are just little things to work your Avon business into your regular day. You're never too busy to take on something like Avon. Honestly, trust me. I have the busiest people in the world on my team, and yet they still find time to put in, I was going to say ginormous orders, great orders. They are an amazing team, and I hope that you can find ways to sneak Avon into your daily life. It's not always about having to set aside time for another business, but like myself, who has been able to give up a part-time job 2.5 years ago to commit fully more towards my Avon business, it does make it easier in the end. Those are just a few things for newbies. Please ask me any questions and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And I will see you guys in the next video.